what's something that people glamorize that's actually just extremely toxic?
The narrative that somebody coming back to you continuously over and over again after doing you fucking wrong means that they love you and they regret what they did. Those girls who are like, oh, we've been together for like 12 years. He loves me. Like he strays time and time again. Like he might hang out with her, but like they ain't shit. Like they're never gonna amount to me. Like I'm fucking special. He loves me. He cannot get enough of me. As much as he pretends and he gets mad and he does this and that and we break up, he always comes back. So he loves me. That's my man. You bitches can't compare. Those people, what? How is that love? No, you're just accessible. Do you know how many men would keep coming back to me if I allowed them? That doesn't make me special. That makes me stupid. What is that? Can we stop that? Close the fucking door and move on, please.
This concept of no new friends, we gotta cut that out. You close yourself off from meeting people that could become a better friend than the one that you have. Because that friend probably toxic. I got another one. For all you mothers that have daughters, please stop dogging, throwing out, damn near crushing your girls, and stop coddling your sons. I have seen it where a mother will coddle her sons to the point where they can be disrespectful. They don't have to work. They don't have to cook. They don't have to clean. And they legit can stay in their house until they're 60. But a little girl that's 13 or 14 that has no idea of the world, you fight like she's some type of enemy, a dog in the street. You have to look at the parenting of what you're doing. Something is wrong with that. That's toxic. Throw out the girls, coddle the boys. Stop.
I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Relationships. And let me explain why. By no means am I saying that relationships are toxic. But what I am saying is that society and social media's obsession with relationships, that's not healthy at all. It's as though everyone is more focused on the cute pictures and the matching outfits and being able to say you have someone than actually assessing and considering who you have. Daniel Sloss said it best. If you haven't seen his Jigsaw stand-up on Netflix, look it up now. It's people out here trying to force things that should not be forced with one another because they would much rather have somebody than nothing at all. I don't think y'all understand. There are really couples out here who don't need to be together, should not be together, but they stay together because their cute couple pics go viral. And the obsession promotes the idea of being single being a flaw. It's getting weird.
When people say family first, no matter what, if they're toxic, if they're abusive, if they're mean to you, cut them out. There are always going to be people in your life that you can find along your journey. They're going to love you, be your friends, be there for you, be like family to you. Don't stick around just because someone is family. I've cut out most everybody in my biological family, and for good reason. And so you can do the same, and I'm perfectly happy, and I have lots of people in my life that love me and are like family to me. So do what is right for you and take care of yourself first.
Literally the whole self-love, self-help, self-growth, just like working on you. But like, hear me out. Like, all those things are good. I'm not saying they're bad. Keep doing you, like, keep working. We're thriving here in 2021. But a lot of people like to focus on like all the good aspect of like self-help, self-growth, self-love, all that. Like fitness, nutrition, reading more books, meditating. Amazing. They're all great. But like, what triggers you? What makes you angry? Why are you insecure? Why? Ugh. Naturally, we want to see ourselves as like perfect. And even if we don't see ourselves as perfect, we don't want to see ourselves as flawed. But like, what's the point of doing all this like self-development if you're gonna fall into the same cycle the next time you, I don't know, go into a relationship or like whatever? Super cliche, but accept yourself, flaws and all.
Being a terrible human being to men. It's awful. You see it all the time. There's a woman who gets hurt by a terrible man, and then she goes, oh, well, all men are awful and should be treated like subhuman beings. And then they have daughters and tell them that that's how they are, and they just grow up thinking that that's how it is. And in turn, they're supposed to treat us like goddesses. We're all just human beings here. One of the most messed up things I ever heard was, well, when I'm riding a guy, I like doing backwards cowgirl because I don't like seeing a man happy. Yeah, well, now who's sexist? Treating women like garbage is not okay, and treating men like garbage is not okay either. Let's stop treating each other like garbage. Can we do that? Can we all be mature and grow up a little bit?
Y'all, please, because I'm gonna need y'all to listen to this one real quick. One of the biggest pet peeves of mine, and it comes across a lot in friendships, and it's the reason why a lot of my friendships have ended, is that people will try to call off and pass off them being a complete asshole for them being blunt. And my thing is, I get the whole, oh, I like to tell it how it is type of thing, but it's a difference between telling it how it is and just completely bringing down the people around you. And I think a lot of people get that mixed up. And what really bothers me is that, like, most of the time these people won't see the wrong in what they're doing. And then they have the nerve to be surprised when nobody wants to be around them. Like, sis, maybe if you didn't just point out all of my insecurities.
Being tough instead of being vulnerable. While there is a time and a place to push through, emotions eventually have to come out. If you're not honest about how you actually feel about things, your mind and body will fight it.
Jealousy as an indicator of love. We need to stop romanticizing jealousy and stop saying it's cute when someone is really possessive of their partner. It's not cute. It's a massive red flag. The reality is that love and jealousy are completely different emotions. And if someone doesn't feel jealousy, it doesn't mean that they don't care about you.
The idea that you need a significant other to complete you. Hear me out. By believing that you need another person to complete you, you're therefore saying that you are half a person on your own. What? If you feel unhappy or unfulfilled in your life, another person isn't going to fix that for you. Not to mention, that's a lot of pressure to put on your relationship. At the end of the day, happiness and self-love are an inside job. Someone else can't do it for you.
The idea that broken men can only be healed through the love and labor of a woman. This perpetuates the idea that men cannot find healing or support from anybody except for women, which means they don't seek it from their friends, they don't seek therapy, they don't have connections outside of their woman partner to support them. This obviously puts a huge burden on women to care for men, heal them, rehabilitate them. That same energy is not given to women. Also, if you want an example, I recommend looking at almost any movie targeted to teenage girls that is about a bad boy. Yeah.
It's definitely loving too hard. Mainly, it's giving that to somebody before determining whether they're worthy of it or not. But also, can we be real? What's being called loving too hard is usually not respecting people's boundaries, being desperate, and overall low self-worth behavior. I'm all about loving people fully and fiercely because that's who you are. But what I'm learning is that 99.9% of loving somebody well is by showing up as your best self. And that definition of loving hard, which is so common, is not anybody's best self.
If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with